everyone. I just wanted to share with you a fun little thing, maybe give you an idea for a fun Christmas gift for the holidays coming up. It was a pretty simple one and super fun to make. It comes in a kit, but you could just make it any way you want, your own way without a kit. And this will just give you a fun idea of what you can do. But in the kit, you get several of these different styles. And I printed 2 copies of each. I printed everything on a lightweight cardstock, matte, not shiny. Anyway, so I ended up with 2 sets of each, so 8 pages of these for mine if you want to craft along. Here are the numbers that you're going to need and the title and the little nameplate for you to sign. And then several pages of tags and a couple of pages of little knickknacks and little pieces of ephemera to add. So what this is a 12-day of Christmas countdown little pocket for each day. So you can either do a note, you could do a gift card in each one, you could do a good for a coupon, you could do movie tickets or whatever. And it would just be a super fun little 12 days of Christmas countdown gift. So I'll show you what it is first, and then I'll just give you a little brief rundown of how I made it. I didn't want to do it on camera just because there's a lot of sewing, and I didn't think you would want to sit and watch through all of that. So it looks just like this, and I've sewn everything together. So it's sort of like a book this way, and then it would be a book this way as well. And I made 2 extra pockets just for extra, a note or pictures or little whatever you want to add it in there. I just made 2 extra. You don't have to. I just did it because for fun. But anyways, it's accordion style, so it just folds all out and then folds right back up. All right, so to start out with, I cut out all of the images and inked everything. And then I went ahead and assembled each individual pocket. So this is the cover. It doesn't have any pockets on it, but it is 2 of the cards back to back. And then I sewed all the way around the edges. Now I'll give you a few rundowns of a couple of the other pocket pages I made. So this one is 2 cards back to back. You can see that on the top I left it open. So, and I used a little circle cutter to cut right out here. And then I just used one of the tags and stuck it in there. And on the back side of that same card, I used a half of a card to make this little pocket. Well, more like, what would that be? 2/5? Just to make this little pocket. And I made some higher, and you'll see, there's a variety of sizes of pockets. But that's why I needed 2 sets of each card, is so I would be able to have some extra pieces so I can make my pockets. And so then I went ahead and I sewed all 3 of those pieces together. The 2 whole pieces, and then this little piece on the bottom. And I just sewed them all in one swoop. I didn't glue them or anything, I just sewed through them. I did some straight stitch, some zigzag, just whatever, and went about it that way. So, here you can see this pocket's more like a little more than half. And every one of them I did a half a pocket on one side and then a notch out on the top on the other side. And I didn't have any pattern or rhyme or reason. I just went for it. Whatever struck my fancy, that's what I did. So it's nice and solid. It's pretty chunky and heavy, you can see. All right, so then I had my pockets all ready to go. And I went ahead and I just cut little bits of lace. And I anchored them with a little bit of glue on each side. And then I just did a small little rectangle right in the middle. Now you probably won't be able to tell this, but you'll see that here's my zigzag. And when I sewed it, I didn't come past the zigzag because I didn't want to accidentally catch the tag or make it so the tag wouldn't fit. So I just was really careful with that. So you'll see it's sewn clear over here on the edges. But these make really awesome hinges. Another option, if you don't want to sew, is you can use this waterproof adhesive. It's pretty sticky. You have to use, enough to make it stick pretty good, but this is a pretty good sticky stuff. So that could work. The other option I thought to make the book all come together would be to do holes, like 2 or 3 holes, and then do just cute little metal rings through it and have them on little rings. But if you do that, you're going to want to cut your tags a little skinnier so that you have room for your hole punch that isn't going to run into your tags. So keep that in mind when you're deciding how wide you're going to keep your tags. And you can trim them down, no problem. Or you could even print them smaller if you wanted. But I think I would just trim them down so they're a little skinnier, so they fit in there even if you have the holes in the side. Okay, so that explains how everything got assembled. And then I just put a tag into each pocket. And I still need to go through and probably add some fun ribbons up top or what have you, whatever I decide. This one I used a big tag. Here's another big tag. This is just a little tag. So some of them are little, some of them are big. If you didn't want to do tags, you could do little envelopes or little pockets on your tag with a gift card in it or something like that. That would be really fun. All right. So after I had the tags in place, and I don't want to make it too chunky just because the way it folds doesn't really leave a lot of extra room for that. But so then I had all my numbers, and I have a bunch of these cute little just ephemera pieces, and they're just cut out and ready to go. So I have those that I could just play with and stick to anywhere I wanted on the tags, on the pages with the numbers, but I wanted some fun little layering pieces. So I took a couple of book pages and just tore them into little bits and inked on them. And I did some music pages as well, and just little bits and inked it. So then you'll notice I went through on each of these, and they don't need a lot of embellishment because the cards are pretty cute and fancy already. But I like to have a little extra layering, and that little extra inking on there just kind of brings it to life. So I did music here. I did both of them right here, you can see, and put one of those fun little embellishments there on top just to give it some depth. Here I did some of each, and a little thing up here, a little bit here and there. Some of them I left very plain because I didn't want to cover stuff up, but you'll see all throughout there I just have those glued right down with their number. And every one of them has a little something different. So anyway, that's pretty much the gist of it. It went together really easily. I cut everything out just while I was hanging out with my family, watching TV. Inked it all up. And it didn't take too long, but it turned out really cute. So anyway, I am not sure yet what I'm going to do with it, but it's going to make a special gift for somebody. So I'm excited to do that. And anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them and link up below to the things that you're going to need. But anyway, super fun, super easy.